Minecraft. I'm going to create a new hardcore world with the random seed, structures on, all the kind of usual defaults. And I'm going to do something that I don't know that I've ever done before for this particular world, which is I'm going to do post-commentary, at least for the beginning of this. So let's just quickly kind of check out our world and make sure we haven't like spawned on an island or something. No, I think we're good. And so I'm going to switch to fast forward mode and do some commentary after the fact, and the commentary will explain what we're up to. So let's get started. Hello, this is Brian speaking to you from the future. That's right, woo, I'm from the future. No, rather than doing live commentary, I'm doing post-commentary so that I could fast forward this a bit, which is just the initial bit that you always have in terms of getting started in a world, while I explain what it is that I'm up to. And I guess let's start with the title. The cryptic world name I had on the screen was basically an acronym for the Minecraft Iron Man Kurt Challenge. And so what is the Iron Man Kurt Challenge? Well, for those of you who've been watching Mindcrack UHC, you know that Kurt, our good friend Kurtjmac, has been a participant in a number of UHCs, and he is very good about avoiding damage. He's a careful player and has done really well and gone far and deep into a number of matches. And so someone on the subreddit suggested a challenge. It was a user by the name of Random Pixels who kind of came up with the idea for this challenge. And the challenge is basically, can you defeat the enderdragon without ever taking damage? Which is kind of crazy, and I'm not really sure how doable it will actually be, but I decided I was going to try to give it a shot, and so that's what I'm up to today. And so what you're seeing on the screen is effectively the fast-forwarded start of me doing my first episode in what I think might be something that I'll try to do is kind of a little mini-series here on the channel. But basically, I'm going to try to defeat the Ender Dragon without ever taking damage. And if I do take any damage, that's it. The world's over. You know, if I go from 10 hearts down to 9.5 for just a moment, the world is over and I've died and I have to start over effectively. And so, yeah, I think it might be interesting. It might be fun. It'll be a good little homage to Kurt. And so the things that you see me doing here on the screen are kind of the usual, both getting kind of initial tools as well as my general strategy for ultra hardcore matches is to try to find as much iron kind of right near the surface on the first day as I kind of wander around and also kill a bunch of farm animals. I've managed to find a number of cows so far, which is good because they give you both leather as well as food, and I was trying to do a lot of traveling because I really wanted to find some chickens because I am going to eventually need arrows, and so that's something else that I want to find. And I don't think I've found, I haven't found any reeds so far yet, and so that's something else, and I'm collecting some gravel that eventually I'm going to have to grind in order to get flints for arrows, all the usual kind of stuff that you would need to do in order to kind of complete an ultra hardcore. And yeah, at the same time, I'd like feedback. I don't know how feasible this is, and so I think for the first, first season or the first attempt at it, I will play it completely, super ultra hardcore, and the moment I take damage, that's it. That's the end of the game. But if I had kind of repeated failures at doing that, which I could imagine might happen, it might get stale or it might take too long, and so I was thinking about possibly like having at the end of each episode, I could kind of checkpoint my progress and make a saved copy of the game, and if I happen to die in one episode, I can come back and pick back up where I left off at the end of the previous episode. I don't know. In any case, if you have great suggestions, you can always let me know in the comments. It is getting close to night on this first day. I just peeked down into a cave where I had heard some monsters, and so I decided I wasn't feeling bold enough to have that be my first place to stay for the night, and I was also trying to see if I could find any more chickens or cows up on the surface, and I found some right here. But in just a moment, I'm going to dig down into a hidey hole, and we are going to switch into normal speed live commentary, where we will continue the episode. And so, in just a moment here, I will give you Brian from real time in the game. So say goodbye to Brian in the future, the future, the future. All right. So, at this point, I've done kind of all the usual business of the first day and managed to get a few good first things started. And yeah, at this point, I figure things are going to quickly become more dangerous. And so this is where I'm going to switch back to normal speed and the live commentary. But basically, I need to be as careful as possible in order to not take damage. And so I did see one cave just as it was turning nighttime. But that particular cave, I heard some monster noises in it, and it just kind of sounded a little bit scary to me. And so I decided that I wasn't going to start right there. And so instead, I've just kind of dug myself a little hidey hole. And yeah, got an iron pick going at this point just to go ahead and make things a little bit faster. But I'm going to start digging a staircase down, and we'll see if we can kind of carefully break into a cave system somewhere, hopefully. And yeah, see if we can also uncover any other resources. I've got some leather armor on right now, and I've got some more iron cooking up. You can say that I should use the iron and armor first rather than the pick and the bucket, but I figure until I get a full suit of iron armor that possibly could protect me against minor amounts of damage, such that a monster might be able to hit me, but I don't take any damage. I figure armor doesn't really matter a whole lot, really, and so I'm not too worried about that, and so I'd rather have the iron pick to go ahead and be moving quickly. And the bucket is good as well in case I come across some water or some lava that I can use to my advantage. But yes, in terms of my own experience in this type of thing, I've played a lot of UHCs before. It is difficult to not take damage, and nevertheless, it is the case that I did play a match, I think it was just yesterday, where I managed to go for about 100 minutes without taking any damage. Yeah, that was the one I aired on my channel the other day. That was about the importance of enchantments, because that was the one that I managed to get all kinds of great things, except for I didn't get enough diamonds. And showed off that when you don't have diamonds to do enchanting, that basically you're still toast when there's PvP involved. Obviously, in this particular challenge, there won't be any PvP, and so I don't need to worry about that. And so it's just going to be about me versus the environment. And so I just need to be careful when I go into cave systems. But at the same time, I do need to do caves because I want to get my diamonds so that I can get enchanted armor, which will then give me kind of a real, honest-to-goodness chance at having some success in this particular challenge. All right, I've got plenty of food. I will go ahead and turn some more of this into some more sticks to have that ready to go. I'm going to need to find some more coal. For now, I still have some more torches. I like to hold on to one piece of coal in case I get into a bind. And how much more of this do we have cooking? Only a little bit more. So I'll wait for this to cook back up. Is there anything else I need to craft right now? I never got reeds when I was on the surface, so we'll have to come back up another day. And possibly I also want to pay attention to killing some spiders on the surface when the time comes, so that I can get a bow, unless we happen to come across an abandoned mine shaft. And then, yeah, I'm just going to hold on to this iron for now, because like I said, since I'm trying not to take any damage at all, until I have more armor, I don't really think the armor is going to matter. I probably even wasted it making the, what do you call it? The leather armor that I have on right now. But somehow I just need to see something on my little, what do you call that, on the heads-up display that has the shirts that shows you how many shirts of armor you have? I don't know. I want to see something there instead of nothing. And so I've got my leather armor. But yeah, in a normal UHC, I would definitely prefer to have a cave to go down into, because you can make more progress there faster, and it's okay to take a little bit of damage, because you can usually offset that with some gold. All right, I do hear moving water, and so, okay, and there's a cave. And I don't hear any monsters right now, and so let's get down there as fast as possible before monsters start spawning. And get myself a little staircase. Great. And it's a dead end this way. That's also great. All right. And so unfortunately monsters will be flowing towards me up here. And with my... I'm leaning in a little bit with my screen brightness. I don't see anybody over here. but I can't see all that well. Oh, I hear a skeleton somewhere, so let's be careful. One skeleton arrow and I'm doomed. The skeleton that I heard, I think, is back this way. And so I think I'm still safe. Alright, let's close that off so mobs can't get me there. Oh, this is pretty open. Alright, I hear a zombie. Don't hear the skeleton right now. I'm gonna close that off. Alright, I see the zombie down there. He's the only one I hear. And I don't think he has a way up yet. He can see me right there. So we'll see if he finds a way up and starts chasing me. Alright, that opens up into a bunch of things. There is some iron here. So let's grab this real quick. I don't hear anybody else. Great, and then let's just close this way back off. Alright, there's some iron here. The zombie hasn't found me yet, and so I'm pretty sure... Oh, now he might have a way up. Or he's about to have a way up. Well, he can't get here now, and I can go ahead and kill him off. There's more iron behind him. So let's do that. Gosh, for a single-player world, this is like the most my blood has been pumping, I think. Alright, I see light over here, which could indicate lava and some safety. Ooh, there's a ravine right here. So we're going to close this off. Alright, I think that's sufficiently closed off that no one can get in there. And, okay, we've got some lava. Okay, so this is pretty good. I'm going to close this off just for the moment. And then there's one other place down here. And then we have lots of iron that we can get to, so we might get into good shape. So, oh, and some gold. Oh, gold doesn't matter, right. Because that's for healing hearts, and I intend not to lose any hearts. And so I can't remember if everything was closed off over here now or not. And so this way is definitely closed off. I'll go ahead and add some more to keep some spiders out. And I don't completely remember if everything was completely safe behind me, and so I'll be extra careful. And do that as well. Alright, but now there is a fair amount of resources that we have at our disposal. And then there is still more stuff on the surface that I'm going to need. Let's see if I can actually manage to cook up enough iron with the iron that I got out of here. Could use gold for armor as well in this particular challenge. Is there anything else I need gold for? I'm not going to use it for the golden apples. I guess not. Let's also, just in case a skeleton happens to come around here, try to make it even harder for him to like be able to see us and possibly get us. And was there any more iron here? No, I don't think so. Okay, there's lava over here. I'm going to stand over here because I don't want any monsters to spawn over in this vicinity. Because I think this might be where I go next. Ooh, I do hear a skeleton. But let's go ahead. I'm going to need some more coal as well, unfortunately. Did I pass up any coal in this whole big area that I've closed off? Let's take a quick look. Lapis experience. I am going to need to enchant eventually. And I also should have just dug this up because it was next to some iron, and sure enough there was some more iron hiding right here. Let's go ahead and drop those off because I think I put 7 in each furnace, and so I can add 1 more iron to each furnace real quick. But I do need to find the coal, and so let's see if I passed up any coal, because I've already forgotten. There might have been more coal over there, and I did just hear a spider, so let's go ahead and be extra safe. Like that, so spiders can't get through. And sadly, I don't see any coal. Okay, I never went in this direction to see what's even here. There's some coal. And I've gotten farther away from all the noises I just heard. There's some more gold, there's some more iron. Alright, this kind of scares me. Although I don't hear anything right now. I really need the coal to get some more torches. How much of this more can I light? What do I see over there? It's a big cave. Yeah, I don't want to go any further in here. I'm just going to grab my coal and iron and get out. Yes, I am normally a reasonably cautious player. although I've been getting bolder more lately. And yes, it's going to take a little bit of effort for me to kind of switch gears back into a very careful play style, I think. So I need to be kind of very conscious of that. When I get into full iron armor, I think if I'm blocking in full iron, I could not take damage from a skeleton arrow if the skeleton is very close, because when they're close to you, they shoot very quickly, and they don't fully charge up their bow. Apart from that, I don't know that I can necessarily take damage from any other mobs and live, other than like a creeper blast that's relatively far away. I think I'm really going to need enchanted armor, and potentially, ideally, like some diamond armor, if I really want to succeed at this at some point. Alright, let's grab all of the iron that I have so far and see if I have enough for a full set of armor yet, because I haven't really been paying attention to how much iron I got. And I did just get a little bit more, so let's grab that. Okay, I do have enough for a full set of armor, so let's go ahead and make a full set of iron armor. We got that. Got that. Got that. Hello, clicky clicky. And that. Alright, great. And so I can go ahead and take off the leather, and we are there, so that is a good start. Let's also make a few more torches. I am going to need another iron pick before all is said and done, and so I'll go ahead and make myself one of those while I have the crafting table out. I do hear a skeleton nearby. I do not have a bow yet. I've completely lost track of what time of day it might be on the surface. And so I think at this point, I may go back up to the surface. I'm going to need a bunch more things from the surface yet. I'm going to need reeds so that I can make a book to eventually have an enchanting table. I'm going to need some more chicken feathers to get some more arrows. And the surface is potentially a good place to fight a spider to stay alive. Speaking of spiders, I hear a spider. I don't think he should be back here because I think I kind of closed all of this off. This is the way I came in. Should grab more coal while I'm at it, because you're always going to need more coal, and it's also experience for when I do eventually get an enchanting table, assuming I manage to stay alive this particular iteration. Let's go ahead and grab that. I can't remember well enough how I came into this cave system to remember if it's going to be completely easy for me to get all the way back to the surface without taking any damage. So I guess we're about to find that out. Oh, yes, it was, because I was digging my staircase, right, and that should be completely safe. Alright, so let's go see what time of day it is. Let's add a light there, just because that looked a tiny bit dark. I tend to place too many torches, people always tell me. I think I place just the right amount, but especially in UHC, you don't want any mobs spawning inside your base. We've seen that happen to other folks. I only hear a pig. Okay, and it's daytime. So let's see what time of day it is. Let's hope there aren't any skeletons or creepers here on the surface. It's still kind of noonish. So let's try to kill some more chickens, as well as get some reeds, because I did save myself a piece of leather, as I recall, that I can use for my book for the enchanting table. And yeah, I'm not going to worry about pumpkins. Yeah, pumpkins for the end and the enderdragon seems silly to me, but that's getting way ahead of ourselves. I really don't think I'm going to make it that far. At least not in the first try or first season or however I end up doing this. And yeah, I don't need to get apples because once again that's a healing item and I'm not going to need to do any healing. Is there anything good I could get out of villages at this point? I don't intend to use villager trading. Because I feel like that doesn't make for good video. Like, you can breed up the villagers and get your ender eyes and skip the nether, but where's the fun in that? Alright, if I wanted to find any of the things I need, where would I go? This could last a while, and so it wouldn't hurt to kill a few more cows and get some more food. It would also be more leather for some future books if I want to do higher level enchants. Yeah, actually, would I want to do higher level enchants, or would I just want to use an anvil? Probably end up just kind of anviling up in order to get exactly the enchants that I want. Haven't thought this all the way through, Although I think that's probably a good thing, because I don't know that I'm going to get far enough that I'll need to think. Oh, whoa! Rain! I didn't think of that. This might be near where I started, because I remember cows next to a ravine near where I started, and I wasn't paying attention to, like, cardinal directions. Rain is okay. A thunderstorm... Okay, there's the reeds that I need. If it's just raining and still sunny, mobs won't spawn. But if it turns into a thunderstorm, then mobs will start spawning on the surface, and we'll have to get safer. Alright, I have some reeds. Here's some more easy iron. Until I have an anvil and all iron tools and whatnot, it's still going to be useful to collect iron. The gravel I can always grind at any point in time, and I think I have a fair bit of it. I've only got 17 pieces. I guess I'll grab a little bit more while I'm here. It's also useful just to have some gravity blocks in your inventory. Sometimes there'll be an enemy below you that you can use gravity blocks on. Ooh, if I get another bucket and see lava pool on the surface... Yeah, here's a lava. Okay, great. I don't know if I subconsciously saw that. Alright, I'm going to need more iron to make the bucket. So let's cook that up real quick. But a lava bucket is also a very nice way, as you're breaking into a cave system, to be able to kill off bad guys without actually having to attack them directly and risk taking damage. And so I definitely want to get a lava bucket. And so let's go grab that. Yoink! Alright, great. And the sun was past halfway, I think, when I started. So I probably need to dig myself another hole. I see some more reeds over there. I'm in Extreme Hills, and Extreme Hills has silverfish, and so that's not good. So I should go back over to the forest, I think is what I should do. I don't need to craft anything else right now. And so let's do that before the sun goes down. Yeah, I can see pink on the horizon, which means the sun is about to go down. And so we're going to have monster spawns very soon. But I do want to try to get out of the Extreme Hills before I dig myself... Oh! I almost took fall damage there. That was dangerous. Alright, so we're going to get back over here. Over by these cows, looks good. I'm going to take a little fall there, but it's not actually fall damage. I'm just going to close myself in over here. I don't need to hide my hidey hole, since we don't have any PvP to worry about. And at this point, I survived, what, a day and a night and a day, I think? Although, I'm not sure how much time I spent underground. But I think this might be pretty good for first episode. We got ourselves into all iron armor. Oh, there's a cave. Oh, I see some more iron here. That's a dead end to the cave, so that's good. And it's a narrow cave. So let's sprint down it before monsters have a chance to spawn. More iron. And then it goes a couple directions. Oh, into a big area. Okay, so we're going to close this off at kind of one of its narrow points. Alright, I'm going to grab this iron. But yeah, I think this is where we'll go ahead and kind of finish up for our first episode. I'm interested in your feedback for what to do if and when I fail. Like, should I just start the world over and start a new season? I could also potentially, like, checkpoint after every episode, and, like, if I fail at an episode, I could go back to, like, a previous save. Although I'm not sure if that would be unfair, because I would know some extra things about the world. Yeah, I'm not sure the best way to do this. But my expectation is, well, there'll be a lot of randomness and variability. My expectation is that I will be able to survive for, I'll guess, like 3 or 4 episodes, like about 2 hours of playtime would be my guess, without taking damage, before I screw something up along the way. I don't know. It's hard to guess. So yeah, let me know what you think in terms of what would make the most interesting way to go ahead and play it. But I think I will just go ahead and get some more iron cooking up at this point, and leave you somewhere where you can see my inventory once again. Actually, let's do this. Let's put exactly 8 there. I guess I don't need to worry too much about wasting coal at this point. And those over there. But yeah, I will let you get... Ooh! I was going to dig a little hole so that I could dump out inventory that I don't need, and look what happened when I dug a hole. I found more iron. Isn't that just fine and dandy? All right. Luck of the Brian. Great. So let's get rid of inventory I don't need. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm not going to be collecting lapis or seeds. I don't need these stone tools. Or that. Alright, so here's my inventory after the first time. We're into all iron. We have another, like, 20 iron cooking up, so I might even have an anvil already at this point. But the next thing we're going to need to do, I need the bow. I'm going to have to kill some spiders. And we're going to need to get diamonds to get enchanting. And possibly even some diamond armor. And then we might be able to survive some damage and take more risks. And that would be a good time to go into the nether, I'm thinking. In any case, hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and this idea. Thanks again to Random Pixels for the idea. And I will see you next time!